On your journey to $100,000, $1 million, and $10 million, there are some fundamental things that need to change. I've worked with dozens of entrepreneurs at this point at each one of those points on the journey. And what I want to share with you in today's video is the main difference between what you need to be focusing on to go from zero to a $1 million business, and then what you need to shift in your thinking to go from 1 million to 10 million. And I share this with you. If you don't know who I am, I'm Anthony Vicino. I've built and exited multiple 7, 8-figure businesses. I've written 12 best-selling novels. But the thing I'm most jazzed about is I turned my ADHD into a superpower. Now I'm just sharing the lessons learned along the way so that you can build an epic business and maximize your return on life. So when it comes to the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey and trying to go from 0 to 100,000 or 0 to 1 million, you're going to be focusing on acquiring tactical skills. You're going to get really into the weeds of the things that need to be done. You need to learn how to set up a landing page. You need to learn how to create an email campaign. You need to learn how to create organic content to attract leads. You need to learn how to create Facebook ads. You need to learn how to sell people. You need to learn how to deliver product. There's all of these technical skills, and I call these the weeds. You got to get into the weeds of the business. And if you were to map out the business, the user journey, there's really like 9 different areas of a business you have to focus on, from the marketing to the conversion to the delivery to the retention, the ascension, all of that, right? And you in the beginning, you have to learn that all. And so a lot of the gurus that you see on social media, on Instagram, the content that they're creating, you'll notice it's always like how to get your next $10,000 month, or how to get your next $25,000 month. They do that because it's very easy to market to people with that. But 2, those guys, they're probably not so much further along the journey than the people that they're teaching. And that's okay, because they're teaching a tactical skill for getting to $20,000 or $25,000 a month, which is like learn how to copyright, learn how to, build a funnel, all that stuff, right? And so they can create that very easily, which is why there's a glut of people teaching that stuff. They're teaching you how to get into the weeds and learn the tactical skills. But once you get to about $1 million to about $3 million in top line revenue, you have to start pivoting, and you have to stop being so tactical. And now you need to start being more strategic. Strategy is what you do with the limited resources available to you. And then in the beginning, there's no limited resources that you need to guard. You need to go acquire resources, right? So you got to get in the weeds. You got to try and find the gold nuggets that are hiding in there, right? But once you have 1 to 3 million, now you have to pivot, and you have to stop getting into the weeds, the tactics of the business. And now you need to start focusing on the strategy, where you deploy the resources, and specifically which weeds you need to go and get into. And that's critical. This is the type of coaching that I focus on. This is why I like working with entrepreneurs who are in that 1 million mark. I don't love teaching the tactical skills because there's no shortage of people out there that can teach you how to write a good landing page. That's not highly valuable. I mean, it's valuable in the sense that it'll get you to $1 million, but not highly valuable in the fact that, like, to get to $10 million, that's not going to be the thing that gets you there, right? I work with the entrepreneurs who are in that position where they're like, okay, I have the skills, I have the traction. Now I need to figure out how to build the systems and the teams and where to direct my energies to get the most impact. Now, here's what's really interesting is one of my students, he focuses his product, his coaching on the tactics, the weeds. He teaches this and he's great at it. He's fantastic. He does like $70,000 a month teaching people, how to go build their coaching and their expert-led business to, $20,000, $30,000 a month. And he teaches them how to build this ecosystem, how to build the skills that allows for that. But he didn't know how to go from, at the time that I started working with him, he wasn't doing 70, he was doing more like 20, 30, right? And he's like, how do I go to that next level? And in the first call that we had together, we didn't focus on any of the tactics. We just focused on the strategy and said, which weeds are you in right now? You're in this one, this one, this one. Cool. You actually need to get out of this weed and you need to focus more energy on that weed, that one right there. And that is the thing that unlocks a ton of growth really quickly. And for that particular student, he went, I don't even remember the numbers. I don't want to throw out numbers, but he like doubled in effectively like a month. So that's the power of strategy and strategic thinking. Now, here's the reason that you don't see a lot of people talking about that so much is, number one, it's a little bit more esoteric. It's a little harder to talk about it in a way where people go, oh yeah, that's exactly what I need. It's much easier to be like, I can help you gain another $100,000 in your business. But at the end of the day, like another $100,000 in your business, if you're doing $3 million a year, it is meaningful to 33% growth. If you did that every single month, you go from 3 million to 4 million. But if you want to go from 3 million to 10 million, that's not the way you're going to do it. Right? That's a step function. You need to go an order of magnitude larger and be thinking, how do I go from 3 to 12? How do I 4x this, not just 33% this? And that's where I come in. That's what I try and help people with. But I wanted to share that distinction because depending on where you are on the journey right now, I help entrepreneurs with that strategy, that second phase. We're working on something right now that we call the Launchpad that will be more directed for those people that are, just starting off and they're like, what are the skills and the weeds that I need to be focusing on? What are those tactical skills? I'll tell you more about that as it comes out. But I wanted to share that because by having that frame of reference, you can see where you are on the journey and you can go, oh yeah, I don't have any skills. I guess I just need to go get into all the weeds and start learning these things. Or you say, I do have some skills and they're starting to pay some dividends, but maybe I would actually be better by redirecting my time and my energy towards something else and getting out of these weeds. So if that's you, let me know. Go to beyondtheapex.com. You can apply to work with me if you want more information. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next episode.